Hi YouTube, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. My name is Kain, and if you don't know me, I'm a Grandmaster player on the EOS server. That's my peak. My all-time high was Grandmaster 798 LP. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to carry with Vladimir and go, for example, 23-1 in your games. Now keep in mind, this is an average of Emerald 2, Emerald 3-ish elo. You can see we hard carried the game 1v9, and I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. You don't have to go 23-1. But this video could be very useful to see how could you get fed and how could you push your lead and make sure that you don't throw your lead. So this video will definitely be useful whether you are above Emerald or whether you are below Emerald. This should help you and pick up a lot of things because I will basically be reviewing this game together with you guys. So there's going to be lots and lots to learn. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Alright guys, so here for the game, let me turn down the volume just a little bit. But here for the game, you might... First and foremost, let us take a look at the setup. So we're going Conqueror into a Yone, right? And now you might ask, well, isn't that a bit weird? Typically, of course, I prefer going Aerie Scourge into a Yone. But this game, I wanted to really go Conqueror for the very reason that they have a Garen, who's a melee champion, an Echo, a melee champion, Yone, a melee champion, and Rel, a melee champion. So the majority of their team, in fact, 4 people of their teammates, of the enemy team, are melee. And in melee comps, I really like to go Conqueror because you can constantly auto-attack people and stack your Conqueror, and then you become a raid boss. So the idea here was to go Conqueror into Riftmaker, but I didn't go Riftmaker as a first item because I was just getting really fat, and then I feel like there are better options if you're really fat. So let's see how we carried it, but that's the setup for this game. So level 1. Of course, Vladimir into Yone is a very simple matchup in the early lane. You have a range advantage, Yone is melee, so you try to bully him as much as possible. You try to use your range advantage, so you will see me always pressuring in this lane in the early game here. So you see, range auto attacks, Q, stacking that Conqueror, you know. Ideally, you don't get hit by the Q as much, as often as this, but you know, sometimes it happens, sometimes the spacing is not on point. There it was, so there we go. But that's what you mainly want to do. You want to use your range advantage and then use your W for his empowered Q. And after level 6, you want to use your W to dodge his ultimate. We get ganked by Echo. Of course, we have W because we're Vladimir. I know we could get ganked because it's about 3 minutes, right? So full clear junglers, they typically like to gank between like 3 minutes 15 and 4 minutes. And then 3 camp junglers like Echo, they like to gank, like they could already gank from like 2:30 into the game. So I know that when I'm past 2:30 into the game, like when they have an Echo, a 3 camp jungler, right? I typically just assume that I'm going to get ganked. So if I don't place a ward down, the reason why I walk up with no ward is because I know that I'm going to get ganked, and then I just keep my W and my finger on my W ready to press it at all times. Okay, we play very aggressive. I try to really like kill him. Okay. Rel and Echo were on the bot side. That's why I'm hovering right now the top side of the map, because Rel and Echo were showing up here. Right, so that's why I'm constantly hovering that side of the map. This way I can play relatively aggressive because I'm relatively safe here, you know. So keep that in mind. Now, of course, I don't want to use my W here because Rel could come. So I'm keeping my W. Rel comes indeed. We do the W, right? We're chilling. We push out the wave, get as much gold as possible for our reset, and then we come back to lane with an Hextech Alternator. That's not something I do too often. Typically, I like to go like Boots of Speed, Dark Seal, Amp Tone. But in this matchup, I feel like this Yone wasn't really that good. And if I went like full damage early on, I'm pretty sure I could just solo kill him. That's why I went Hextech Alternator here for as much burst damage as possible here in the early game. Now I shift this in. I'm debating whether or not I want to move here. Yone was there. I'm pretty strong right now. I have like a very strong item. And I have ultimate up. So at the very least, I wanted to see what I could do here. I didn't necessarily want to commit, but I wanted to see what I could do here. Now, my Xin Zhao is level 4 right now. Echo is 5 and Yone is 6 and he's already half HP. So right now at this point in time, I already know let's get out of this play. I don't want to play this anymore. So we just get out and we're chilling. Right. Okay, now all we have to do, Xin Zhao comes, we get the kill. Okay, we shove out the wave and we go for a recall, right? Always before you recall, shove out the wave, guys. Now, if you speed this up, at this point, we're just really strong. We keep on playing aggressive. Because we're ranged, Yone is melee. We play around his Q, we try to dodge it. I thought I would get hit by that, so I W it. Now when I don't have W, I always try to play a little bit more safely. Okay, we hover with the Echo here, with the Xenzhao. I'm gonna see here what I can do. My Ghost is activated, so I can easily kite and stack my Conqueror. You can see I have 12 Conqueror stacks here. So I'm just seeing what I can do. We can kill the Echo and we can easily survive this. Yone is gonna escape, unfortunately, but that's completely fine. Because we got our first lead. We are right now 2-0. We're really, really strong. I'm gonna dive the Yone here. Nothing too crazy, right? It's just a classic turret dive. We come back to lane, spend the gold. We have Storm Surge acquired. So right now I'm super, like, look at my items. Look at his items. I'm super fat. That's why right now I don't really care about anything. And I can just trade with the Yone and just kill him. Right. Now he ends up escaping. He's really, really low. So all I can do right now is shove, maybe look to dive him or move on to the map. We have multiple options here. Right now, I'm not sure what I'm about to do, but I don't have sums, so I'm actually okay if I were just push and look to dive the Yone. I don't necessarily want to go here, because I don't have my subs. Right? I could, because I have ultimate, but it wouldn't be my first... Yeah, indeed, I don't do it. I look to dive the Yone, and that's why. We kill the Yone again. We look to shove. Now, I see this play here. I don't have ultimate, but they are pretty low, right? Garen is dead, my Camille is alive, and my Nautilus is here, full HP. So if he can stall them a little bit until I get there or Camille gets there, we win that. So right now, this does look like a guaranteed play, even though I don't have Ghost and I don't have ult. So do I want to move? Yes. So that's why I move here. I see what we can do. Ultimately, we kill the Rel. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit again. Here, this was an interesting moment that I didn't expect. Specifically not in this elo, to be honest, but was an interesting play. So here, I'm really strong. So I'm thinking, okay, I can just 1v9 everything. Like, I can just win from Yone, right? But then this was an obvious bait, because Rel was actually hiding behind this wall. Which is not something... It was not that obvious to me at the point in time. But, so also, like, the bot lane here wasn't shoved in, so I didn't really have an idea where Rel is, so she could have been here. So it should have been relatively obvious, but at the point in time, I didn't see it. Now, we're Vladimir, we just pull the ult. Right? Very disciplined. We pull the own ult. If you know what you have to W, you typically can escape as Vladimir. And then here, look, we're actually getting them low. We're pretty strong here. And we live. So that's really good. My bot lane is having a free lane. We don't die. So as long as you always keep in the back of your mind what ability you should W and how you should escape, you should relatively be fine. If I don't feel safe, like going for this turret because Rel and MF are moving right now, I don't know where Echo is, then I wouldn't go for the play typically, then I would just move on the map. Right. So indeed, I don't feel safe. We see if we can do something bot lane here, and then ultimately we can do something bot lane here. I go for the Misfortune. Misfortune will die ultimately to me. And there we go. And that was a really nice move, and it wasn't too risky at all, because I feel like it would have been a lot more risky if we go for the turret dive, because we didn't see the Rel and MF, we didn't see the Echo. So moving into the river here with my Xenzhao nearby, with my bot lane in a position to move, felt very secure. Here we have to be a bit careful, because we don't see the Rel, we don't see the Echo, right? That's why I shove and I don't go for the turret. I shove and I instantly recall. Okay, so here, let's quickly talk about this. So here, the goal is just to shove and recall, because I'm not in a safe spot. But a Rel, a level 7 Rel versus level 12 Vladimir is face tanking me, and Yone is still this far away, and we know he doesn't have ult because he just did it here. So the only person who could come here, I would say, is Echo, right? So I'm relatively fine right now and relatively safe. She's level 7, I'm level 12. So I'm just looking to see what I can do here. We dodge the Yone W. Rel should die from that. She actually lives because of the shield, that kind of sucks. But okay, Echo comes to us. That's 3-man. Right now we're getting 3-man. That's crazy. But okay, we try everything we can. We flash, we use the Q. And we're actually going to get the kill here on the Rel. And there we go. So we actually live the 1v3 basically, and we get a kill out of it. Because we play it close to our turret. We only fight. It might seem very random, but it isn't. We fight the Rel because she's level 7. We're level 12. Yone is far away. Yone doesn't have ultimate, right? That's why I felt so safe fighting that. Okay, yes, Echo in the end comes, right? So it's a 3 versus 1. But since we're close to the third, we still have a lot of outplay potential, especially considering since we also had flash. So I felt quite secure actually, specifically knowing I'm this fat, you know, and I do a lot of damage. So I felt quite safe. So that's pushing your lead basically. drawing attention to your lane and then trying to survive as well. We got another kill onto the Yone because, yeah, he was already dead. He tried to kill me, but I just W'd and then he just died. Again, we're still in that zone of perma pushing, looking to move onto the map or look to take a turret. Right now, this turret is free, so I just take the turret. Alright, there we go. And now we can look to move on the map. Being here all the time would really suck for me, because I'm super overextended. It would be a lot smarter to just go bot lane and look to dive this. Right? So let's hope we do that. I don't know in the game. Yeah, so indeed we go for that. We also have lots of tempo to move. So here, the only thing, like, if you look at the enemy team here as well, like, their main win condition right now would be, like, the Fat Misfortune, right? Like, she's a great damage dealer who would, like, if we get her behind, this is, like, really, really good for the game. So in the meantime, we are sacrificing potentially a mid lane turret for this dive, and that's like when, what do you prefer? Do you prefer saving the turret, or do you prefer doing the dive? At this point in time, when it's 14-12, so my team is, like, I'm really fat, but my team is really not performing, 1-3-0-5. I'm not really thinking right now about defending the turrets, right? Because the team is performing really bad, so I'm thinking about pushing my own lead. And that is diving this bot lane. That's why I do this dive and I don't defend the mid lane. If you're really fat, I always prefer to push my lead rather than to make sure the enemies can't get anything. So we kill the Rel, we go here, we kill the Misfortune. The only thing I could say here, potentially, is that I take all the kills right now. And I probably could have got, like, that Rel kill, yeah, nobody would have gotten it if I didn't go for it. But like the Misfortune kill, I probably could have given it to my Ezreal. That would have been like best case scenario. Or even my Xinzao, to be honest. Because then they also would have a little bit more gold. So me taking also the kill on MF, that's probably the only thing I would say that so far in this game that's really, really bad. I probably shouldn't do that. And now it's very simple. Yeah, it's a bit weird that my Xinzao takes the camp. But now it's quite simple. I need to side lane while my ADC is in the mid lane. I side lane, win the 1v1 because I'm super, super strong. Get solo gold, solo XP, get even stronger for the next fight in the game. And that's how you win. The way I could lose the game right now is by permanently grouping mid lane, doing fights, then dying, giving a shutdown away to the enemy team. And then I'm just super behind because I wouldn't be farming. So farming is key here. Now the reason why I don't go at this very moment to the side lane is because Camille is top lane, so I can't go take her farm. And the bot wave is already completely pushed out. Right? So I can't go here, it's way too deep, I could easily get collapsed and there's no farm to be taken here, it's already completely pushed out. So in that case, I like to be mid lane, right, to help my team shove out the mid wave or make a play happen here in the mid lane. That's why I'm currently hovering here and not instantly going to the side lane, because I don't have to instantly go there. So this is where it gets a bit tricky, right? We're side laning, but my teammates are moving away. So here I have to be careful. I could potentially, we don't know where Echo is, I could potentially be getting 3-manned by Yone, Rel, and Echo. Now, it's not because you can 1v3 that therefore you should. You lose games by trying to make crazy plays and 1v3ing just because you can. Because even if you're really fat, a 1v3 is still going to be very difficult, right? You could do it, but it's still going to be difficult. And I don't want to put myself in a position where if I make one mechanical mistake, the game is completely over. That's the last thing I want to do. So here I am going a little bit deep. It's a bit like I'm sitting in the bush though, right? I'm not actually pressuring. I'm sitting in the bush looking at what do I see on the map. So this is a calculated play so far. I'm not sure if I die here. It doesn't look like it. But this is a calculated play so far. You see, we're backing off. We're not constantly pressuring here because I know they are hovering me, and I know if they kill me, they get a very big shutdown. Here, going bot lane kind of sucks, because Atakan is up. So if the enemy team just walks top lane right now and starts a fight and I'm not there, my team could lose that. So right now, I kind of want to go mid lane, but I believe Yone shows up bot lane, which is really annoying for me, because if this guy shoves right now, and I defend the turret, and his team goes Atakan, or forces a fight mid lane, they might actually win, because my team, yeah, they're not doing that great. I'm the main factor in this game. That's where, if you don't rush teleport, it becomes a bit difficult in terms of macro-wise. Do you go mid lane, defend like the things here? Do you make sure your teammates don't die here? Or do you defend the turret? You'll see, right now I don't have to go bot lane yet, so I am hovering with my teammates. While I'm hovering them, I'm taking gold nearby, so at least I'm farming a little bit. Here, I'm scared that the enemies would go to Atakan. So I'm wondering, should I go bot? Should I go to Atakan? Or like if they started, that might be a great way for them to get back into the game. So here it's all about, should I protect this or should I move? Now Camille is already up in 11 seconds, so I don't believe I should move to bot lane here, so hopefully I don't. No, I don't, so Camille is up in 1 second. She also has teleport, so she could perfectly go here, defend the turret, and then teleport to here if necessary. Hopefully that makes sense. Now here I'm wondering, like, how do we approach this fight? I could walk around here and then look to flank them, right? Or I could just look to do a front to back, right? I feel like right now my team is like all the way over here. If I look to do a flank and they like collapse on me here, I might throw the game, right? I also don't have to because I have Ghost Flash. So I have all the tools to make a front to back team fight work. That's why I'm not going to go with the flank here. Okay, Rel is sacrificing her for her team. So we just kill the Rel here, right? Now, we would like to do Atakan here, but MF is pushing and I don't just want to give up the entire mid lane prio, give up third, then they can set up vision around Drake. I really don't like that. That's why I go mid lane here, right? That's why I go mid lane here and I defend the wave. I try to take it. Here, I get baited a little bit and I remember this is where I die. So I'm really strong right now. I have a big shutdown. I had 700 gold. I'm really, really strong. So I kind of feel secure. I still have flash, but I don't have ult. So I shouldn't fight here. The reason why I'm not at Atakan is to defend the turret. I shouldn't look to split resources with my team. This is one of the biggest mistakes you could make in League. Your entire team is here. And I'm like, Camille is starting a fight over here. And I'm following in that. I don't want to make this fight, but Camille is kind of baiting me. But it's still my mistake for following. But so, right, that's the mistake. We're splitting our resources here. Everybody is trying to commit this, where I should have just instantly pushed this wave out, maybe the next, and then just help my team with Atakan. Right. Camille decides to go for this play. I kind of get caught up in it. I think I'm really fat. Why not? I might as well. But I don't have ult. We're splitting resources. The best play for the enemies to get back into the game is to make sure that when my entire team is top, they force something bot lane. And now they have a number advantage, and this could become tricky. So I do kill the misfortune, right? Now here, it's gonna get a little bit tricky. So the echo is low, I'm low, Yone is low. Yone dies, but he manages to kill me. He gets 1,000 gold for that kill. So it's a bit sad that Yone was barely able to kill me. It's a bit sad that echo is also really low, but it is what it is. The reason why this happened is because I was splitting resources. My team commits here, Camille tries to fight something here, and I follow her. I should have ignored her, should have let her die, shift the wave while she's fighting, shift the next wave, and then here go to Atakan, make sure, like, secure the Atakan with my team, take a good reset, spend my gold, go for mid prio, and prepare the dragon. That is what we should have done. That's the main mistake I made this game, and I believe it's the only death I had this game. Camille makes a very bad TP play, which sucks. That's not good, and I don't want to commit to this right now, to this play, because if we look at it, no sums, right? I am pretty strong, but I'm a little bit gold removed from my Shadow Flame. And I hate playing a fight when I'm close to a next item, because item components are a lot weaker than the full completed item. So if I'm close to a full completed item, I first prefer farming a little bit, then get my full completed item, and then fight. So in this case, I don't have my sums, I'm close to a completed item, I say, let's wait with doing the dragon. Right? Camille also makes like a suicide play, that's even more reason to not go for that dragon. So we go top side, we look to farm and get my Shadow Flame as quickly as possible. I will explain in a bit why I go Shadow Flame this game. But so here you can see we're farming as much as possible. We lost a Drake, but I'm completely fine with that. It's the second Drake for the enemy team. But now I'm closer to getting my sums up a little bit. I have Shadow Flame 3 items completed, and now I want to fight. I'm also level 15 now. Now I want to fight. Now I am strong. About those 3 items. The reason why I go Storm Surge, Shadow Flame is very simple. So I went Conqueror this game with the thought of going Riftmaker because they have lots of melees. But then I was super fat in this game, so I thought, well, Riftmaker is perhaps not the best buy. Maybe I should go full damage because I'm really fat. Now, why can I do this? Why can I build full damage, and can I specifically build double flat penetration, Storm Surge and Shadow Flame? Very simple. If you look at my team, I'm basically the only AP champion on my team. And when I pressed tab, I noticed that the enemies didn't build any magic resist at all. Okay, why do we go top lane right now? Of course, Atakan. We want to go for the Atakan. So I want to see what I can do. I'm really strong here. I have 3 items. Right, I have my ultimate, so I'm really, really strong. Rel ends up getting caught, so we go for Rel. I know Yone was there, so my finger was on my W. I know he was there, so I know, okay, we are getting grouped. He's probably gonna ult. That's why I W'd his ult. I don't want to start this. I do not want to start this objective, because this shreds your resistances. So I kind of don't want to start it. That's why I back off here. They still have 4 living people, right? Garen is not here, but Camille is also not here. So they have 3 living people, right? That's very, very scary for us. If this shreds all of our resistances, then they could easily win the fight, perhaps. So I'm playing this a little bit slow. I'm skipping the Atakan. I'm going for the Echo here. I don't want to start the Atakan yet. I just want to win the fight. And I'm really, really strong, so we just win the fight, of course. So here again, I don't want to start it. I still feel scared. I heal from the Atakan, that's why I Q it. And now I try to see what I can do here, because I'm still so strong. So we kill her. There we go, we have the healing. Now, we're all low. My entire team has reset, so we still can't do the Atakan, so I'm just going to shove the wave, reset. Okay, so we go top lane again, right? The last time we couldn't take the Atakan, so we go top lane again. Again, I don't want to start it. I feel like that's how you throw the game. So first, I want to win the fight. So again, I'm really strong, so winning the fight is super easy. I'm 15-1 right now. So Rel flashes in, she ignores me. It's a bit weird that the Rel goes here and she ignores me. I go for the MF here. I try to zone her. MF walks away. I go for Yone, but he also eats away. So it's a bit sad. Everybody so far runs away from me. I still have flash, so I go over the wall here. I go for the MF. We kill the MF. We go for Yone here if possible. We can't kill the Yone. But hey, now everybody's dead in the enemy team. We go for the Atakan. I'm just gonna fast forward this, honestly. And there we go. Now, Dragon spawns. So my thought here is they're still dead. Echo is still dead. MF is still dead. Yone is bot lane for some reason. The Garen is here. So we have all the time in the world to do Baron. That is my thought process here. And then after Baron, we can just reset for the Drake. Now, what happens here is a slight miscalculation. I feel my team should have just gone with this Baron, because if Echo gets here, he might actually smite it. So I feel like we should have just kept on doing Baron, but my team, unfortunately, went fully on the enemy team here for the fight. So then I joined them. Right, I joined them. Now here, Xin Zhao is not in the pit. I would have liked for Xin Zhao to be in the pit. Now from my perspective here, I feel like, okay, Echo is all the way over here. This Baron is 2k, so I might as well focus this, right? No, that's my bad. Echo ults back. He ults back and then flashes over the wall to do a crazy Baron steal. Right. And the Baron was also 111 HP. I thought I would kill it with my EQ combo and it lived with 111 HP. Right. So that's a bit annoying, unfortunately. So we lost the Baron, but the entire enemy team is dead, so it's fine. Lesson for next time. First, you can't really control your teammates anyway. I feel like we made the correct play, but you can't really control your teammates anyway. So if they're really busy on trying to kill the enemy jungler, let's just help them kill the enemy jungler. It is what it is. Now, the entire enemy team is dead, so they don't benefit from Baron. We get the Drake here. And we just go side lane, solo gold, solo XP. I do have a lot of gold right now. I'm pretty sure I can just buy my Riftmaker here. Yeah, I did. I just bought my Riftmaker. I'm 18-1 right now, so all we're going to do is here group right now with the team. We are super strong. If we move with the team, we just win the game. Now, they all, for some reason, collapse on my Camille. So I feel like we can just go mid lane here while everybody's bot lane. So we look to pressure the mid lane turret here as much as possible. I can fight. I'm really, really strong. So I'm really not scared of fighting here. That's why we go so deep. We wait for our teammates though, because Camille is dead. The enemies are low. We burned everything. I burned my ultimate. None of the enemies died, unfortunately. They were all low. So now we have to be a bit careful in the next fight. So I'm backing off a little bit here. Taking some CS in the meantime. Scaling a little bit. Right. I see a fight in the mid lane. I have Ghost. I'm really strong, so I just react to it. And we should just win the fight and the game of this. Because I'm really, really strong. There we go. We just 1v9. Nothing too crazy mechanically to this. The enemies are just walking into me. not respecting my damage. And then from this, we should just end the game, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, we're gonna end the game from this. Yeah, here they try to save their lost saving grace, you know, they tried to kill me. They can't. I just killed them. There we go, and there's not much they can do. We W the rel Q. And we one-tap everybody, and there's not much to it, like we just one-tap everybody. Right. So there we go. And that's how you end the game, 23-1 and 7. Did we do anything like crazy this game? No. We did some turret dives in the mid lane, but that's it. That's just the essence of this review. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you enjoyed this type of reviewing, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video, guys.